Welcome back to Smoky Ribs. I'm Russ Jones. In today's video, I'm going to show you a very cool, ingenious product that will convert any pellet smoker, almost any pellet smoker, into a griddle. Very ingenious product, and I'm referring to the griddle hack. I've already pre-seasoned this yesterday, as you can see by the color of it, and today we're going to put it to use for the very first time, doing something simple, just some sausage dogs, but they're going to be good, and we're going to get started with that right after this. So this is very simple. I watched some instructions on this. We're going to remove all of our grates. And I'm going to set them down here on the bottom shelf of the woodwind. Going to remove our drip pan. Getting ready to remove this completely because it's not enough room for this to fit, and it don't take but a second. All I'm doing is removing the knob. This pulls right out. We're going to put our nut back in place here and put our knob back on. That's just so we can keep up with it, not lose it. And this too is going on the bottom rack here on the woodwind. So you see a little bit of ash in here. That's because, like I said, I burnt this thing in yesterday, did a seasoning on it, and we're getting ready to go in right now. So before I insert this into the woodwind, I want to show you the features on this griddle and what makes it work and how it works. First off, if you look right here, this is your griddle surface. This is your trough that your grease would collect in and run down. Now this is an adjustable chute for different types of grills that will allow it to line up with your built-in channel that channels the oil out and into a bucket. That's pretty ingenious. Now you're probably wondering, how does this thing heat up? Is it just flat on the bottom? No, it's not. This is very cool. Like I said, I've seasoned it so it's all turned kind of black, but this is like a funnel shape, and this lines up with your heat pot, your fire pot, and it forces all this hot air in, and that is what contacts the steel. And if you can see there is a bracket right there to reinforce this griddle top. Now in addition to that, on both sides, if you'll notice here, you have a gap here and a gap here. That's where heat escapes, to where you're not overheating this thing. It's building up heat, it's getting it hot in that grilling range, but not so hot that it's going to damage it or anything or get overly hot. So now let's go ahead and insert this, and let me show you how that does. So basically I'm going to go in here, favor my left side, catch the lip on the back, make sure my piece there is on the trough, and it is, and there it is. We are in. So what I'm getting ready to do is add some more pellets in this. It's not going to be a very long cook at all. Like I said, we're making sausage dogs, and but we're going to be sauteing onions, bell peppers, a little bit of garlic, some really good sausage from Matador Prime Steak Company, and we're just going to do some sausage dogs just to try this griddle out. And we're going to get started with that here in just a few minutes. I have been going roughly 5 minutes, seriously. I had the lid closed, the door closed on this woodwind, and I looked, and I'm reading like 300 something degree temperatures quick. So I come out here and I shot my laser at my griddle. I'm reading 412 in the center. Now what I have this set on is 350. This is amazing that it can get that hot that quick. Yesterday, when I was seasoning the griddle, I actually turned it all the way up down here on the controller. That is 500 degrees, give or take. And it's definitely give or take, because I was reading 550 degrees over here, around 500 right here, and so on like that, which is hotter than what you would want on a griddle. But right now we're in range. We got some cooler spots here, like 300 something here. We're at a nominal 400 degrees, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some oil laid down on this, and we're gonna get to griddling. All right, so the first thing I'm going on with is the onions, red bell pepper, and green bell pepper. So onto that, we're going to put some salt. Cracked black pepper. Working fantastic so far. I tell you, the really cool thing about this compared to a lot of your freestanding griddles that depend on propane is wind. Wind cannot get in here to affect this fire. So you're going to remain at a constant temperature for one thing. And another thing is that pellet grills are known for the variety of foods they can do. Low and slow, hot and fast, pizza. You can bake on it. It's really an outdoor oven, but has the ability to produce smoke. So anything you can do in your oven, you can do on a pellet grill with the addition of smoke. So what this does is now gives you the ability to do a lot more. You can do bacon, eggs, pancakes, just a big variety of things, just like you see me doing here, that you normally wouldn't be able to do on this Camp Chef. So this opened up a whole lot new doors for me. I got these in from Matador Prime Steak Company, and I've had his sausage in the past. I've done videos with it. It is outstanding. This is a jalapeno and cheese, I think cheddar cheese. Now we're going to spritz some beer on everything, onions and the sausage. Ooh, that smells good coming off that griddle. So we're just going to keep our onions flipped. I'm going for, I like them tender. You know, some people go to like a tender crunchy, but I really like them sauteed and tender. So y'all have seen me cook on various griddles over the years. I've got a couple of griddles for my Weber kettle. I've got a griddle that's on my Lone Star Grills offset that you see me use on multiple videos. And now I have one for the Camp Chef Woodwind. Very ingenious product. I mean, these guys are definitely thinking out of the box. Outstanding. I'm really impressed, man. This is doing great. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right. I've got my controller set at 300. Do a little bit more of a beer spritz here. This adds a really good flavor to it. No, it's not going to taste like beer because it's cooking into it, but it gives you something totally different. A lot of people can associate that with bratwurst. Bratwurst and beer is a thing, a really big deal. All right, now the last thing that I'm tossing into the onions and peppers is garlic. I've got about a tablespoon of garlic going in. You want to save that towards the last because garlic burns very easily, and you don't want that burnt, bitter taste into your peppers and onions. We're rolling good. I'm gonna bring you back when we're getting ready to put this dog together. All right, I cut me a little piece of French bread, got some pepper jack cheese on that. We're just gonna go in here for a real quick toast and melt that cheese. And we are looking good. I probably could have cut that a little longer. I am cutting from light baguettes, French baguettes, but that's all right. I'm gonna let it overhang, just like that. Oh, that's looking good. We're gonna put some beer mustard on this. A little beer mustard. Now I'm gonna cup this in my hand. We're gonna put some peppers and onions and garlic. I absolutely love things like this. Look at that. All right, here we go. We're going in. Now I could just sit here and literally devour this thing, but I know I got to talk about it, so we're going to set this down for a few minutes and we're going to talk about it. Get out of here, fly. Flies are just about over for the season, but I still got a few stragglers here hanging around. Anyway, outstanding sausage. Thank you, Matt from Matador Prime Steak Company, for sending out that jalapeno and cheese. I'd like, again, I think it's cheddar, jalapeno and cheddar cheese. Excellent stuff, very juicy. So far, everything I've had of his in the way of sausage, actually everything I've had of his, period, has been outstanding. That's a really good, great flavor, simple recipe, y'all. I just mainly wanted to show you this new toy I got, and I'm not gonna call it a toy, but that's what men refer to things, even trucks, you know. To us, it's all toys. But this did an outstanding job. The Griddle hack, check it out. If you want a pellet smoker, it don't have to be Camp Chef. It can be, like I said, over 60 models, I think. Make some models. Go to their website, check it out. Just pops right in. It did fantastic. And unlike a lot of griddles where you're really striving to get that temperature you want, not with this one. I was actually having to cut back on it because it was getting too hot. I ended up at 275. That was giving me the perfect griddle temperatures. But if you do want to ramp it up, it's plenty capable of doing it. Now, another very cool thing about this griddle is the fact that you don't have to have a separate griddle and figure out a place to store it. This stores easily right inside of the woodwind. When you get through with it, clean it all up, just put it back together, all your grates and everything, and pop it on top of your grates, you're good to go. Hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, Smoky Ribs.